People, welcome to the Politricks watch. This is Sir P. Now, today I'm going to be talking about one of the most eccentric members of the brutal Klansman gang, and in particular, the Blackman faction of the gang. I'm talking about none other than Stephanie Christie, aka Mumma. This video is going to be a wild ride, but believe it or not, this is only an intro. This is not even the start or some of the things that Mumma has been up to. In this video, I'm going to give you a bit more understanding as to how she rises to the top of the gang, some of the methods she used, and how she managed to become both loved and hated at the same time. This video is dropping on Christmas Day 2022. Don't know when you'll be hearing it first time. Actually, this is a Christmas special. But after the trial verdict come out, we're going to be hearing a lot more about Mumma and many of her co-defendants. Stephanie Christie. She have a lot of titles. Wife, mother, pastor, Don, just to name a few. Mumma went from being a kerosene to becoming more powerful than all of the top killers them in a Klansman. She managed to earn the acidic rating of none other than Blackman himself. Something many of the 87s couldn't do, no matter how much people them killed. She served as one of Blackman's consigliere, and in this video you're going to hear the switch between Blackman, the Black Dog. Them have all kind of different names. Some of them call him teacher. So, as I say, she served as the Black Dog's consigliere. This video might be confusing at times, but that's because Mumma is far from conventional. This is not your typical run-of-the-mill kerosene. Now, let's go back to some of her titles. You hear me say, some like wife and pastor. You think to yourself, hold on, wife and pastor and kerosene must not the same conversation. Check this out, Mumma is actually married to a church bishop. Husband a bishop, she a pastor. She's a member of a revivalist church where she and her quote-unquote husband were leaders of the church located in St. Thomas. I say quote-unquote because some of the things that you'll hear in this video will make you think, how can that be possible? Let me give you some background. And I'm going to try and keep this relevant to Mumma's ascension to the top of the gang. This is not about detailing every single man in the history of Mumma's Neagle Eye. That's not what we are trying to do. But in order to understand how she becomes so powerful, I'm giving her background on some of the main players. So there's a Klansman on trial named Citypuss. He was already sentenced to murder before this trial even started, separate from anti-gang. We talked about Citypuss already. His nickname in the gang is Lucifer. Citypuss was and is one of the most feared members of the Klansman gang. Even his fellow gang members thinks that their brother is a downright lunatic. He was officially the second in command of the Blackman faction when time split up. So Citypuss always was known as an enforcer. He didn't hesitate to use violence to solve any of the matters. He stayed behind bars and helped run the gang. Sometimes when Blackman had a serious lockdown, he was the one that helped direct things in the streets, even though he's in jail too. I remember. So that Citypuss, him and Mumma used to there. She was his kerosene. Because she was with a high-ranking member of the gang, she got certain acidic perks that came along with her. So Citypuss never get convicted, gone to prison. But Mumma was already linking with the various people in the gang because them know that Citypuss woman that. So they know there's communication and go on this, so certain little small chores, certain little small tasks start to get done, turn into bigger tasks and bigger tasks. till Mumma start to play an active role now in the gang. It turns out that Mumma, was more than dust, another kerosene. She demonstrated a ruthless streak that impressed Blackman. This would elevate her status in the gang. You see, Mumma was an expert in collecting intel. Some of her operations were more valuable than what the 87 them could have provided. The most them could have done was kill somebody. That was easy for clansmen. They had one killers. But getting valuable information, Mumma excel in that. Him already have him team them, where him realize that when time him send them out, it's almost sure murder. He had 87s where him rate highly. Few examples are Sus, Bingy, Haggis, Barber, Biggs and them. When time him want certain killings, he had a group of 87s where him likes and all. The majority of the murders carried out by the Blackman faction, it was a minority of youths carried out. I always tell you this, even though it was a big gang, most of the murders were done by the same small group, 87, because once Blackman realized them man they go anywhere for anybody, then him keep sending them over and over again. And if me even send a B team and them fail, then him let them draw back to the original man them, like Sus, Bingy and Barber and them either. By now you should probably know Sus dead, Bingy dead, Barber, Biggs and them man they're on trial right now. Mumma would end up getting a leadership role, much to the surprise of some of the 87 them. Because as you can imagine, man I say you're a big killer, who's Mumma to come and get a certain position in the gang. She would behave like a psycho school teacher, constantly cussing out 87s for being sloppy, constantly cussing out 87s. I say, them a joker, them man a real bad man, them lazy, them too relaxed. And none of this would happen publicly. But because she was commissioned by Blackman himself, even though she was badding up murderers in a broad daylight in front of people, them couldn't do her nothing. And as they say by now, she had a whole heap of talk in the gang. It was not uncommon for Mumma to pull up on the block unannounced, see 87s that chill out, man a drink liquor, man a play domino, and start cuss them. She would play on them ego, because you know it go for 87s already. When I tell them, say, you are not a real killer, you go like a bad, you only are cheat up, you're not a real killer, because or you make him get what him get. She would spot a rival, tell them, and then pass back and still see the rival alive. She drive past in her car, spot her enemy, call them, yo, I see the boy so and so. He left on the wall out there, When she go to her business and come back, she still see him alive. Once again, man I get reprimanded. Some of the 87s them, would go up on killing streaks and then cool off. When they get hot, they want to cool off. Mumma in a cool off thing. Blackman in a cool off thing. Matter of fact, if you remember in the trial, C4 testified that Blackman got upset because St. James was leading St. Catherine North in murders. He was upset with the gang. He was disgusted by the thought, say, St. James, Moby and them, I killed so much people, and St. Catherine North, a cool out. He couldn't believe it. Just think about that for a second. I tell them, say, badness is really a culture thing. Imagine somebody being upset, say, feed them division now lead in a murders. Imagine being upset, say, our next place have more death and destruction than your one, and you are call your 87s them, and I say, yo, I won't do. When I joke, I will get soft. And despite the uppercutting Mumma give them, she would still be the go-to for many 87s when time they were in trouble. You see, she was the one who them link to certain things. For example, when time the man them want to start out them gathering, or them parchment paper, things like that, and Mumma them will link. Word start to spread, so Mumma science link. No. If you want the real gathering, Mumma you have to check. She would also use her female charm and get intel that none of the 87 them couldn't get. She had police link all over the place. She would use whatever means necessary to get info from police, right, such as who had witnessed them or some of the cases them where gang members were implicated in. She even went as far as to flirt her way right, into intel from police officers. You know it already, right? Enough man, weak at the knees. I don't know what kind of style Mumma have, but she was known to be very effective. But she turn on the charm, turn on the flirt, the intel start to flow. And remember, this is while being married to a pastor. And also David, a senior 87, named Crux, who is also one child. Now at first when Klansman did convince him to bust the case, Blackman, all of them, they were laughing because them say police not have nothing on them. They were confident because that was the intel Mumma received. The links that Mumma have were in the different stations. Them never know right, about how complex right, the operation was. Them never know about people like C4. Because if them did know, them would have leaked to Mumma. So Mumma, I collect, where them know? Them have witness. Right. Easy case this. Case of a bus off. Mumma, City Post, C4, Blackman, all of them would talk on the phone and laugh that the case, right, was weak. Not knowing that the star witness was on the call. Remember earlier I mentioned City Post. I'm saying my Mumma, right, did that talk. Word get back to City Post said Mumma have new gunman in she hole. El Post was not having it. Even them that jail, you know when I expect, even think say Mumma go sit and wait for him for much years till he come back. But he was not happy. As me say, people used to always have to say, right, they don't know what kind of style Mumma have, but anytime Mumma throw it down on a man, he look like Saint on 4. He wanted to know a which man in the place with him woman. People are carrying news. Even though City Post are jail, he might hear what go under the streets. The notorious City Post. Right. Bad man, wicked man, take man to tie. Black in a man mark, kill and destroy City Post. One of the most feared, if not the most feared, member of the Klansman gang. That City Post. You know the man when him here say, man a go in the yard or man in the yard. You know? City Post they are jail and send man to go stone the roof of Mumma yard. Why them to do this? Because them want the man in there come out. So a group of Klansman 87s, a group of murderers, set off right, on a watching eagle eye mission. Man them start stone the roof. When they look, Crux come out with a gun in their hand. Crux, what for them bridging? Fellow gang members. I just didn't realize say, right, Crux are the new man in she hole. As you can imagine, the city cat was not happy when he made about this. Enough man in the gang right, convinced the Mumma use science for the man them because she would have her way with them and get what she want easy. Not just the man them where she involved with, but men in general. You see, unlike the others, the 87 them, who are to rely on brute force, right, she could charm her way into certain situations, or, depending upon what you believe in, science her way into certain situations. Mumma would end up meeting her match though. In the trial, right, a policeman did testify, and his testimony was like a bombshell. Because him detailed how, after basically earning her trust, right, and making her think say he was another one, right, and make her think say she was tricking him, the whole time he was tricking her. This officer would feed Mumma selective info, convince her say, right, he was just another victim. Eventually, these intel missions would come back to hurt Mumma. She was soon labeled as an informer by the gang, and sometimes she would have to basically trade info to get back info. Remember, Mumma was primarily focused on getting Blackman out of jail and getting rid of the gang's main rivals. One of the main people who was pushing the argument said Mumma a big informer, right, and a she the one who make certain spooky things that reach the gang, was none other than, guess who? City Post. Mumma's ability to switch from bad girl kerosene to sweet dams in distress, pastor, right, was legendary in the gang. There have been times when murder ops plan and fail, right, and Mumma walk out of church, right, cuss out the other gang members for being sloppy, tell them say the man a real killer, and then go back in the church or continue preaching. This might sound like some kind of Hollywood script. It's not. Real life. Unlike most kerosenes, Mumma helped plan missions. And then she would sometimes tag along to make sure they are executed properly. Any 87 that fumbles, right, would be scolded and feedback sent to Blackman, right, because by now, right, him in jail. Him not ready, him a fool, him a joker, him not bad like Bingy, him not bad like Barber, right. Me see man, he like him a shake, like him after him claim say he want to kill people and him beg and beg for go up on a shooting, I will carry him on a shooting, he go out to go follow. These are the reports Mumma was carrying back. She was very hard to impress. And you best believe man that try to impress her, because the Mumma rate them. You see, even though I've said before Mumma is the president of the KAJ, she's actually a Don. She did everything a Don can do, and more. One of the most feared, loved, and despised members of the gang was a married woman pastor who dealt with a senior killer in the gang. This is why I say Mumma is one of the most eccentric people in a clansman. A walking contradiction. Everything what I say sound like me I talk about multiple people, and all of them are the same smelly. Sunday, Mumma dress up herself, well nice, preach in a church. Step out of church, discuss her brother, go back in the church, or preach. Right through the week, she drop a man in 87s, cussing them, telling them they're good enough. Like the man a real killer, you're a joker. Sus better than you, right? Baba better than you, Bingy better than you. Not even Hollywood can make this up. You see, just like when Tesha was a Dan for the whole gang, there were certain splits over here, so, and little cracks over here, so, but, they never break away yet. The same thing happened with Blackman faction. There were little cracks over here, son, them people that like Mumma, them people that like City Post cause him did kill their father. Enough of them, from behind bars, break away from Blackman. This is how Hezzy and Smokey them become their own Dan. As people like Termite who never even go jail or who never even make it to the trial because him get away very early, gone off for the female thing. So all the little cracks in that were there before got much worse. In my opinion, Mumma is safer behind bars. Now for the same man them in a fear gang who like carry feelings spare for a very long time because of certain things that she do. They would love to catch her in the streets. It's going to be very interesting to see what happened after this trial, to see who will walk. Because if all of them money walk, believe me, St. Catherine North will be having a very interesting year. Not because them are going to touch back the road and go look for them old enemy, which will be Tesha 87s, but will actually be fighting amongst themselves. Because the gang, right, since it's been in jail, break up even further. Enough people that carry belly for each other. This is just an intro. Stephanie Christie, aka Mumma, the female Dan the clansman, who rise to the top of the gang not from being the biggest shooter, but by using her feminine charm while maintaining a ruthless streak. So ruthless, Blackman himself was impressed and give her a position above enough people who have multiple quote-unquote doppies on them name. Anyway, we could left with this for now. Patient Squad, big up in yourself. PIA, you don't know, more life. Vulture Squad, stay circling. Bless.